Yo, let me tell you, Hattie, low power Hattie says, I don't even know if we're going to get this video done. This is ridiculous. I just ran inside because it said no SD card. There was an SD card. This is what I'd like to show you. So let's get this up in the air before Hattie shuts off. We need to just retire Hattie. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Ooh, I gotta reverse my my rudder. Ooh, my channels need to be reversed. All right, okay, I gotta land before I lose it. So, left and right and rudder. I'm gonna go ahead and set down. So we are going to go back. We're going to go into model menu. I don't know if you guys can see this. Mixers. We are going to reverse. And we're gonna reverse. So we reverse channel 1, and we're unreversing it. I had it reversed. Let's see what that does. All right, that's correct. Everything's correct. Everything's correct. MJX Bugs 2 on the original jumper. You can put these on any jumper now, and the way this was put on this jumper was us developing this. You actually had to have specific source code for each one of these. You had to know what you were doing. Now you could just buy a jumper if you could get one, and you don't need to know what you're doing because the protocol's already been worked out where it's like a universal remote, where you just go to MJX Bugs protocol, you turn your drone on, you hit bind. So what this does on this, you do lose your telemetry on the controller, although that's been worked out as well. So you can have that with the newer one, or if I updated this controller, which I'm absolutely not, because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. On the newer ones you get telemetry, but you lose the nice big bold telemetry that on the controllers. You can see GPS is kind of locked on this. It's sitting over there. It's bouncing all around because we have a heavy wind. You can see it's pitching into it. I try to get over here just so you can see exactly what it's doing. Let me raise throttle a little. We'll raise throttle a little. So it does still have the GPS, despite the fact we are not with the original controller because it wasn't dual GPS. It's a single GPS unit. It's locked on the satellites, and you can toggle this where you can do the return home. You could toggle it where you can function that camera. I hope Hattie's still recording. She usually makes a noise like a bling when she shuts off. Again, it is freezing out here, guys. It is windy. I pretty much have my throttle stick in the center. It's maintaining altitude. That's how you do that. This was originally an altitude hold drone. With this, it does allow you to fly a little bit more manual, but again, we're not touching anything. That thing is sitting. Guys, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. Let's see. I don't even know if it's still recording. Let's see. Oh, we are still recording. Let's get all up in the grill. Let's get all up in it. Yeah, we're at 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes, she's rising. We're not gonna beat a dead horse here just because Hattie likes to play tricks. Although I'm showing 2. Let me see. I'm sorry for giving you a pan of my cars that are sitting here. And again, that's just sitting there. I'm not on the sticks. You get a more hobby grade feel, especially. I'm sorry about my finger. You get a more hobby grade feel, especially with the newer ones that have the Hall gimbals. This one doesn't have Hall gimbals, although the original one, I really like the feel of these gimbals. I don't know if it's because they're worked or maybe there's a lot of dust in them or whatnot, but I absolutely love it. This one is super smooth, like it is super smooth. And again, you can see we out there. I mean, you know, you don't gotta be afraid to fly this. We've taken this. I think we've taken this almost a mile and a half, just about a mile and a half. Put an AIO on top of it. And again, up there, up above that tree, you can see this thing just leaning like that because the wind is blowing that way. But it's sitting. This is one of the original MJX Bugs 2s. This don't got a limiter on it. This thing, there's no altitude limiter on it. There's no distance limiter on it. There's no geofencing on this. The ones after these, after the original black and after the original red, you started to see them throw limiters on you guys where you weren't allowed to fly above a certain limit, where they strictly limited you on how far you can fly out. There's no modifications to this. This thing's good to go. This is gold right here. You can see we're going up, right? We're going up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and center my throttle. My throttle's centered. Look. Look, I ain't touching it. And it's sitting there. That's an old battery too. That battery's from the black one that we crashed into the Taj Mahal. That black battery on the back there, boom, right into the Taj Mahal. So that battery is old and it's holding up, especially in this cold. It's very impressive. You can see it wobbling around. You can see it gaining altitude a little bit. And again, it's the wind. The wind's trying to chuck it this way, so it has to try to compensate. I have not been on this stick this entire time that I'm jabberjawing, guys. Hands are getting cold. If you have not hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. There is a control function. You can control the camera on this. All the features you can control on this. The 501, the Hubsan 501. These two are kind of along the same line. That one's more mechanical. That one, you can also program to this and control all the functions. We'll give this a little fly before Hattie decides to die. It is a flyer. It's a raw flyer on this. You still have a slight issue coming down in altitude because there's a barometer on this. Guaranteed there's a barometer on this because, again, the original controller, you had a centered left throttle stick, which allowed this to be altitude hold. And again, you can mimic that on here, but there should be a barometer in there, and that's a device that allows drones to keep altitude. Little y'all action for y'all. Got watch wires. We got wires. We got a pole. We got wires. We got a pole. Hey, we tighten it up. We tighten it up. We gonna hit a tree back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Skirt. This thing's getting great flight time. Great flight time for an old battery they ain't been using forever. And the cold, man. It's cold out here. But we're going to bring it back because I don't trust Hattie. I don't trust Hattie. She's going to shut off, or she already has shut off. And if you don't know who Hattie is, you have not been with me for a while. If you know who Hattie is, I appreciate you. You've been with me for a while. So what we're going to do is we are going to get underneath it. We're going to flip my switch. Don't try that at home. J Drone, Jumper, Original Bugs 2. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns. Is Hattie still on? Hattie is still on. What a true champion. We had 7 minutes and 45 seconds. We could have flew that much longer, but I don't trust Hattie. And my finger, you'll have to excuse it that it's been in this video a little more than y'all would have liked it, especially right there. But